My fellow Jamaicans, may come for drink milk, but they are cocoa. It is abundantly clear to me that there are people who live foreign and identify as Jamaicans, but you don't have one of these. And while you're entitled to your opinion, one is a set or rascal dunce. So let me set the record straight. Ministry of Education, I have a bone to pick with you. Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history? Why so much dunce people in my comment section? Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy here, Joel Mugisha, and if you're new to this channel and you happen to come here by chance, kindly do me a favor and subscribe, like the video, and drop your comment on the comment section of the video of what you think about this topic. Guys, today we're gonna talk about an Asian Jamaican woman that is actually lecturing Jamaicans and the Jamaican government about their history. This video has been going viral online, guys, and I thought about bringing this to your attention, guys, and let's just check the video, and then after that we're gonna come back and I'm gonna give my commentary.
Ministry of Education, I have a bone to pick with you. Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history? Why so much dunce people in my comment section? Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. The Jamaican accent, like everything associated with modern Jamaican heritage, is in fact the byproduct of the cultural melting pot that our motto embraces. In fact, in terms of cadence, it's most similar to an Irish accent.
I've been shook enough now, to be honest, since the racing is a bit tired now and the legs are like jelly, but yeah, I suppose we did a bit of celebrating and did the podium thing and got to put on the podium pants as well.
You see, as early as 1656, Oliver Cromwell ordered 2,000 Irish children to be taken to Jamaica and sold to English settlers. The extent of Irish immigration to Jamaica was so prolific in the centuries to follow that 25% of Jamaican citizens can claim Irish ancestry, and this includes Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey. So if you never know, now you know. Again, out of many, one people. My fellow Jamaicans, may come for drink milk, but they are cocoa. It is abundantly clear to me that there are people who live foreign and identify as Jamaicans, but you don't have one of these. And while you're entitled to your opinion, one is a set or rascal dunce. So let me set the record straight. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny own. This one is my mom's, and this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay, you're welcome. We put you back on a plane and we send you back. You, not me. You back to the country from which you came.
So there's a video going around of what appears to be a Chinese Jamaican woman really coming for black African people from Jamaica, particularly those of us who live foreign, in relation to issues of blackness, Africanness, and the possession of a passport or lack thereof. People are sending me this video and ask me what I have to say about it. And the reality is, I have nothing to say to she. Any non-African person from Jamaica or anywhere else in the world that has a problem with Africans from Jamaica, are foreign, asserting our Africanness and our blackness, that a feeding problem. This is not something that we should feel the need to justify, apologize for, or even explain, especially when you consider the colonial and neo-colonial experience of African Jamaicans and how that results in the migration of African Jamaicans, as well as the extent to which the colonizer attempted to sever us from a sense of heritage and a sense of culture. That alone tell you everything what you need to know about the mentality of the smaddy will make that the video there. So when I have nothing more to say about that except to affirm the teachings of Marcus Mosiah Garvey when Africans of his time were being challenged in relation to our affirmation and assertion of racial and cultural pride. Let contrary sentiments and cross opinions go to the winds. We are entitled to our own opinions and not obligated or bound by the opinions of others. Awo. Having said that, I was listening to Running African, hosted by Sister Kabo Ma'at Keru Wadeya, and she featured a story on some events and conversations that were taking place in Jamaica on this issue. Take a listen.
You notice that there is a big conversation going on here in Jamaica right now about Mark Golding and whether or not he's black or white. And you heard a response where, you know, we have all kinds of people, because the motto is out of many one. So this is what we're hearing now, right? That, we have Chinese Jamaican, we have Indian Jamaican, and so on. And the person who was speaking, I think it might have been Mr. Morgan himself, you know, called out every other race Jamaican apart from African Jamaican. That in itself was telling.
So it does seem, yes, that the African Jamaicans' assertion and affirmation of our Africanness does seem to make some people very, very uncomfortable, and we should be aware of this and what agenda it serves. But beyond that, make we assert our Africanness and our blackness without fear or favor, and not make nobody make you feel shame or make you feel like you do them something wrong when you assert your blackness and your Africanness. Our heritage and our culture cannot be bound by a passport and cannot be dictated to us by anybody other than ourselves if we are guided by the principle of self-determination.
You are the only ones who don't know where you're from, and it's really sad. Yes, you speak Patois. What do you think Patois is made up of? A lot of it is African words. And if you really want to know what tribes we came from, it's so easy. Just look at the language that we speak, which is Patois. A lot of the words are from the Ashanti tribe. I'm just surprised that a lot of Jamaicans don't know these things. You know, it's basic history, really. But it just shows you how much the education system has failed us, because we don't know ourselves. Most Jamaicans struggle with English. In fact, not just Jamaicans, most black people in the West who speak the language of their colonizers struggle with the language. That's why you end up with Creole and Patois. We have to mix up the African in there to express ourselves. English is not ours. It belongs to another group of people. Languages are born out of a culture. English didn't come from us. There are so many simple things that tell us who we are. There's so much African retention around us, including the fact that we speak Patois. It's not rocket science. And it's just shameful to see this display of ignorance on social media.
So guys, as you have seen on that video, this Asian woman actually has been going viral and making a lot of Jamaicans angry because of her statements. You know, she's trying to lecture the government of Jamaica and Jamaican diasporas who are living far off, as she says, in countries like the United States, UK, Canada, Australia, European countries, and all over the world. She's saying if you don't have a passport from Jamaica, then you know you are a foreigner, you are not Jamaican. For her, she is Jamaican because she got passport, and she's flossing and taunting her Jamaican passports of herself, her mother, her grandfather, and her grandmother. And to be honest, and I don't dispute that she is Jamaica because she was born in Jamaican, but you know, her ancestral heritage is from where? From Asia. Now, she's Asian Jamaican, but now she's disputing the fact that Jamaican language the Jamaican patois doesn't have its origins from Africa. And we have seen one of the lady actually say that, the Jamaican patois has a lot of similarity with the Shanti tribe in West Africa, the Ashanti tribe, and most of the words that they use, they mix them with English, and they came from their tribe. And Jamaica, we know that, guys, Jamaica is about 90%, over 90% of its population is actually predominantly black. So Jamaicans, I have to say, they are proud of their heritage, which is African ancestry. They are proud to be, coming from Africa through their ancestry. So this Asian woman actually seems that it has been bothering her a lot, the fact that she is living in Jamaica, and Jamaicans dominantly are Africans, who came to Jamaica a long time ago, and it bothers her a lot that Jamaicans associate themselves with coming from Africa and the language that they speak. And she's trying even to suggest that the language of Patois is more similar to the Irish language than it is to the Jamaican language. This is so absurd. So people have been going crazy on her and canceling her. But I want us to look at this last video, guys, of a Jamaican lady. I think she lives outside of Jamaica. She's actually answering her and stating her peace of mind on this test. So let's watch this.
So this discussion about this Chinese woman, she's Jamaican, but our badass Chinese girl, lady, who feels that she should defend our Chinese roots in Jamaica. Hey, I'm not here to cuss out Miss Chin. That's not my intention. When I listen to what Miss Chin is saying, she has some point. But what I don't agree with Miss Chin with, and Miss Chin, may I tell you, say, me never want really, as I said, come here if have any problem or cuss you out or anything, like what you are going with. But what I can't understand with you is when some of the points you're making that, Jamaican people are not Africans and that Patois is not from the African language. And you're wrong. You understand? I don't know if you had problem in school. You said that they used to mark you. News. Me have news for you. They used to mark me too. And for me, it's obvious that I am of African descent with my skin color and all of that. When you're talking and you're talking about you flip your passport, them and I talk about who born you from who born you. All of my passport, them in my generation, a Jamaican passport, right? I'm in Canada. I have a Canadian passport. But what me did forget to do is take out my blue passport when we have upstairs. And for your information, being here, we still can acquire our Jamaican passport. Right down in Toronto, there's an office down there where we can acquire our Jamaican passport and being dual citizen. So we don't have any problem. And when you're talking about how if we go to Jamaica, Jamaican government is gonna tell us how long to stay in the country. That's not true. When we go to Jamaica, we can buy a open ticket and go to Jamaica and decide when we want to come back a foreign. You never know that? Yes, that's how it works. We can decide if we want to come back or not, and nobody can run we out. You understand? So that's not true. If you hold a foreign passport, yes, you would want to obey by the laws of the passport. You travel as a tourist, go somewhere, whether it's there you come from or not, and you would want to come back because there's duration of time you want to travel. But if I get up right now and I buy a ticket and decide I don't want to come back to Canada for how many months, nobody can send me back. No go so. You understand? And your accent, your fake Jamaican accent, because Remember, say you not live in Jamaica neither. You're there foreign, right? So if you there foreign, what you are implying that if we go back to Jamaica, Jamaican government can tell us when we stay. It applies to you too. A foreign, you're there. And I can understand where you're coming from, you know, because I have encountered fierce Chinese people, you know, downtown, and not keep shop downtown, or disrespect Jamaican people. And I mean, if you are Jamaican, I'm not here to say you are not Jamaican or not. You were born there. Your parents were born there. That's what you said. But make it clear, Miss Chin, my father never import my mother. My father never import my mother. My mother come from Jamaica and we are African descent. Don't get it wrong. Yes, Jamaican people are African descent. We ain't afraid. We don't quarrel with nobody. We are okay. We're African and we love Africa. And you cannot, as a born Jamaican Chinese, you cannot dictate to us who we call ourselves. Me never hear nobody say Jamaica is a racially diverse country. I hear that Jamaica is not described as a racially diverse country. Huh? Where you get that from? All your history, them where you dig up and talk about our accent is from Irish people or whatever. And no, in none of the Jamaican patois you can find any Chinese language or any Irish language. No, they're all African, derived from African language. And let me tell you something, most of them were made up by the African people in Jamaica. Because, why? When the slaves were dragged to Jamaica to work, you see, the slaves make up their own language so that the English would know when they're talking what they're talking about. So let me tell you something. Word like nyam is a real word, and that's from Africa. It means food, eating. You understand? Uno. You understand? Mean more than one people. It can mean one or two. Yes, uno does stress. Yes, it's Spanish, but uno is used in Nigeria too as a group of people or one person. So you know, nobody get it complicated and act as if we don't have no sense. And you know, the one thing women know say you are really Jamaican is your nasty word and what you have in your mouth. If you want to belong to a place and if you come to a place, what are you cussing out Jamaican people for? And I call we idiot. Just because we're identifying ourselves with our motherland. And that you upset about? You depend news that talk about you are not Chinese. Yeah, all your talk say you're not Chinese and I'm looking at you. Me no see nothing else to identify you as. And again, you said your father import a Chinese woman, go get a Chinese woman, forget you as a child. My father never get my mother from nowhere but in a Jamaican. You understand? So if you're mad with somebody and the Jamaican people you're mad with, yeah, you said that then you used to mock you. Then you used to mock me too. Then you used to mock the Indian people and call them coolie. Because anybody poop in a class or pass guess in a class, then say them. Everybody get their share of bullying at school. America, Canada, wherever you come from. So that's not an excuse. All you have to do is if you are defending something, you defend it respectfully and don't cuss out people and call people dongs. You know the sense now? You're really out of order. Alright, so Miss Chin, me done with you. I'm listening to this American brother who are schooling us too, telling us that it's because we live with country and with the abroad, why other people come in and disrespect us. No. I mean, everybody free to go where they want to go. Some of us leave Jamaica for a better life. A lot of my money is worked here and sent back to Jamaica to look after my parents, to send my sister them and my sister them Pitney and brother Pitney them at school. We send home money to Jamaica. And if it wasn't for us who leave Jamaica to send money back to Jamaica, I don't know what Jamaican people life would be. Even, let me talk about my people. A lot of my money is work, and I send back dollars to Jamaica so that our economy can be good. So we don't need to be, even if you are an American, you are not a Jamaican and you are an American. You have to be careful of what you are saying too. I don't agree with you saying that if we never leave the country, this wouldn't happen to us. I mean, you the America. What about blacks for Trump? Go talk to them. What about blacks for Trump? All I'm saying is that when all of us are defending our territory and where we come from, we must be respectful. And there are truth in most of the arguments, there are truth in them. Because if I born in Jamaica, to be on Miss Chin side a little bit, I born in Jamaica. I wasn't born in China. I grew up in Jamaica. I go to school in Jamaica. My parents lived in Jamaica. My parents, I mean, she's right. She's Jamaican. The only thing is that she, me don't know what she really defend. I don't know what she's mad about. Because if she's mad because we are saying, rightfully saying that we are African and that she's mad about, I don't understand her. You understand? But I mean, everybody where you're born, you can't help where you're born. And wherever you're born, you're going to say you're born. There are a lot of Jamaicans who are born in America. Yeah, they say that they're Jamaican and they're American too. Or Canada or England or wherever we come from. Jamaica is a melting pot, but it's not a pot where, you know, everybody are going to say, okay, we are not Jamaican because we're not African, but we come from Jamaica. No, we are African. If we are not sure of where we come from, if none of us are unsure, or any of us are unsure, I'm not unsure. I am of African descent, and I am very proud. I love it, and I am going to say it over and over again, right? So nobody else who were dragged to Jamaica or were from Jamaica, whether you're Indian, Chinese, you know, English, you know, Russian, Germans, you know, those people that I know, Irish, you know, you cannot come to Jamaica and tell black Jamaicans that we are not Africans. No, I don't see your point.
Yeah, guys, I think you just had what this amazing Jamaican woman living in Canada actually just said. I think she just put the Chinese woman in her place because, you know, if you're trying to defend something, do it respectfully. Nobody denies the fact that you are Jamaican with your whole family, even though you have, you know, Asian descent from China. Regardless of the fact you are born in Jamaica, so you are 100% Jamaican, but you are a Jamaican of Asian descent. And this thing that she's saying of Jamaican language, patois, not having any words from Africa, derived from Africa, or she's actually implicating that it comes from Irish language. But, you know, this amazing lady has just explained this to us because, you know, the reason why the Jamaican language actually has a lot of some words that are not English, it's because during the slavery times, all the Jamaican slaves that were brought from Africa, they used their African words to mix with the English words so that when they speak among themselves, the colonial master or the slave master would not understand what they were saying. That is how patois came to be. It's because they mixed English with some of their African words. And this is why you find so many words from patois, from the Jamaican language, are derived from African languages because of this history. But this young lady doesn't want to, you know, to agree with that. So as we say, do it, whatever you're trying to defend. Nobody denies that you are Jamaican, but also don't come here and say Jamaicans are not Africans or they don't derive their ancestry from Africa. So guys, thank you very much for watching this far. I'm glad that you have watched this far, and if you're new to this channel, kindly do me a favor, subscribe and like the video. Tell me in the comment section what you think about this case and this Chinese woman. Thank you very much, and see you on the next episode.